We've all watched a series where alliances get broken and allies become enemies on a whim. Well, when it comes to this video, we won't be talking about that, and instead we will look closer at the times when enemies became allies, and not just any allies, lovers. And no talk no jutsu candidates here. Sorry, Naruto. So, for today, we will be talking about the top 10 anime where enemies become lovers. But before we start, be sure to hit the subscribe button and press on that bell icon, as it is all to be notified of all our latest videos. And it comes to say, beware of the following spoilers. Coming in at number 10 is Big Order. This video is starting off on the weirder side of things. In this anime, a fairy appears in front of the protagonist and grants him one wish. A wish so powerful it destroyed the world as we know it. I guess that's what happens when children like the bad guy more than the hero. However, we don't care about the plot or why it happened. We are here for a whole different matter. In this anime, Rin Kurine loses her parents in the Great Catastrophe like many others due to Aiji's wish and decided to take matters into her own hands. Armed with her powers of immortality, she has nothing left to lose and attempts to assassinate him. Obviously, she fails, or else we wouldn't have a show to begin with, and inevitably ends up as his love interest after a while, and actually gets to know him. Coming in at number 9 is Dragonaut. Decategorizing Pluto as a planet wasn't enough for this anime and this show. They decided to shatter it completely thanks to Thanatos. Is that a ripoff from the Avengers? Anyways, it's the planet-killing meteor heading towards Earth. And even though its approach stagnates after shattering Pluto, the threat is still there. And what is worse is that dragons start to emerge on Earth with the sole purpose of destroying it. Sheesh, there's a lot of things wanting to destroy Earth here. As if a meteor wasn't bad enough. Except for Tao, though, the circumstances for her helping the humans is still unknown, but for some reason she is fond of the main character and saves him on multiple occasions, even to the point of earning herself a position on the Dragonaut that will destroy the asteroid, and in front of it, before it reaches Earth. Coming in at number 8 is Masamune-Kun's Revenge. This guy is hell-bent on revenge and humiliating the rich girl Aki Adagaki for humiliating him as a child and giving him the nickname Piggy. As he was fat in his childhood, he disappears only to show up again with a new name, a cooler look, and intellect. He is planning to have his revenge for years now, but no one knows how things will go after all. Is he getting revenge? Or will he fall in love again with his childhood crush? Some hidden truths revealed will change the whole game and even the playing ground, so be sure to check out the show and watch what Masamune will go through to have his revenge. Coming in at number 7 is Koroshi Ai. I've heard of honor between thieves, but I've never heard of love between assassins that were at each other's throats minutes earlier. This is the story of Ryongha and Shoto, the novice bounty hunter after him. When confronting him, he overpowers her easily without breaking a sweat, and after beating her, instead of killing her, all he does is ask for her name, and decides to help her onward in her contracts. Coming in at number 6 is Lord Marksman and Vanadis. This isn't much of a spoiler on how they became lovers, since it happened all the way from the first 10 minutes in the first episode after Lord Tiger attacks the envoy of the Sword Maiden. And even though he was outnumbered and with few arrows in his quiver, he fought on to the end and didn't hesitate for a second. She becomes infatuated with his strength, resolve, and iron will, especially when it comes to his homeland and protecting it over anything else. This anime is fun to watch, and even though it has some ecchi elements, it was still enjoyable nonetheless, and the battles still make up for the lack in story, and, truthfully, the show deserved more episodes than it got. Coming in number 5 is Maoyu, Archenemy and Hero. Usually in anime, when things come down to a demon lord, it is depicted as a malicious, evil, ugly being, and the hero's job is to slay this monster and defeat him, bringing back peace and prosperity to the world, or so it is thought. In the series, the demon lord is, to put it simply, so freaking hot she leaves the hero with no words after meeting her for the first time. She didn't only stun him with her beauty, but she even caught him off guard with her intellect and logical plan, that the world of humans is much better off being united on one front against the so-called evil malicious demon lord than fighting between themselves like dogs fighting over a bone. She is able to convince the hero to join her efforts and, for better or worse, till death do them part, they will always be together and fight together for the prosperity of the human world. Coming in at number 4 is Darwin's Game, in a game of life and death, where the only thought that ever comes to your mind is survival. Finding a love interest can prove quite difficult and perilous as well, since you don't even know who it is that wants to kill you and, well, who doesn't. This game might be on mobile, but it is far off from being just a user-friendly mobile game to pass some time on and have some fun with friends. This game is the real deal, putting your life at risk on the line and living in constant danger, trying to survive in whatever ways you deem necessary. This game is unforgiving to say the least and has no qualms at all in taking your life easily, like it is worth nothing. Will the main character survive this brutal game, or will it claim his life like all those before him? Coming in at number 3 is Kemonozume. I almost want to say it's Romeo and Juliet, but it isn't. It sort of starts out that way. Two groups of people who hate and kill each other, but it definitely evolves from there. It's a beautiful love story. The two protagonists go through quite a lot, and not just with each other. The blend of characters that contribute to the story were quite amazing, each character shaping pieces of it as it went along. Albeit, some of the plots are easy to spot even from a mile away, but it's fair to say that the anime does an excellent job in showing how duty and love contradict and create the conflicts in their hearts and minds. It might be an old anime, but it's really good and fun to watch, even still to this day. Coming in at number 2 is Kyoukai No Kanata. As if being a high school student with all its complications and pressure wasn't enough, in this school, a Yomo, which is practically a monster with powerful abilities, and a Yomo hunter go to school, and once they've found about each other's identities, they've been at each other's throats for a while now. Alas, his regeneration abilities made it almost impossible to kill him, and the young Yomo hunter grows tired day after day after day trying to kill him, and in the end admits that she has feelings for him while fighting other Yomo evil spirits and him giving her a hand. And number 1 goes to Lupin the Third. The relation between Lupin and Mine Fujiko can be called anything but a love relationship, and though they may not seem hostile to each other, the relationship isn't like climbing a steepy rock mountain using ski equipment. It just doesn't work, and even though they had their fair share of romance and, well, bad action, they seem to break up in the end or backstab each other at the final moment. She mostly tricks Lupin into doing whatever she wants him to do, or steal by slithering her way into his heart with promises of wedding him as his prize for completing the job. And clearly he is an idiot enough to fall for her and believe her every single time. Their love is a poisonous, and at best the relation can be called a toxic one at that, but they still made the cut into this video, so what the hell, am I right? And with this, we conclude our video. If you enjoyed this list, I want you to smash that thumbs up button, and if you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to subscribe and press on that bell icon to keep yourself notified of all our latest new videos. Also, comment down below on the anime you like the most from this list, and if you're planning to watch any of them. And if you have any suggestions, please do place them in the comments down below. And as for now, I'll catch you later. See you in the next one.